just a second to populate. Should probably turn that off for a second. Oh, Drum Corner's on there. Okay. Nothing's on there now. Okay. All right, so we're letting this populate for just a second. It usually takes a second from the time that I go live with everything, but I wanted to jump on tonight, and you'll see why in just a second. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're hearing me okay. We're up in the upstairs studio tonight, and I'm jumping online to say thank you because, bum, 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 as of a few minutes ago, we hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's huge, and I want to thank you so much because I'll be honest, I've had a YouTube channel since 2007. I was looking today, I think 2009 was the very first time that I posted a video, and it was the birthday video where I was playing with my friends Andy Martin and Chris Corso and Michael Watson. We were playing, I think it was a Drifters, Platters, Coasters gig in Alabama. It's the very first video that I posted to my channel. For some reason, I had taken it off. Well, I know why I took it off. I took it off because I didn't think I played very well years later. But I put it up again today, and feel free to go back and look. It's the very first channel, the very first video. It's the very first video in the entire video list on the channel. And it was just snippets from the show and my thoughts, funny little thoughts as we played. And I'll be honest, up until about 6 months ago, I really had my YouTube channel for a lot of other reasons. Some of them were, I've had a mantra for a very long time. That mantra was show your work. And so really my YouTube channel, just like my website and a lot of my web properties, was really just about showing people what it is that I do day in and day out. Hey, Paul, good to see you, buddy. Thanks for jumping on the live stream with us tonight. Really, all of my web properties are kind of dedicated to that. This show your work concept of I'm going to show you what it is that I do day in and day out, week in and week out, month in and month out, and have been for years now, decades now at this point. There's a lot of drum content. There's a lot of stuff of me playing. If you look the last several years, heck, since 2009, it's a lot of me playing. And if you take the time to go through it, you can see the evolution of my playing up until this point, up until this past week even. And that was the fun thing for me to go back and look at today, as I spent a little bit of time doing kind of a here's your life thing, going back and looking at some of those older videos and really just seeing the progression. But really for YouTube, my YouTube channel, more than anything, has been just a place where I could have on the internet, aside from BrianStevens.com, that people could go and see what it is that I do and how I do it, so that hopefully they would hire me to do the things that I do. So there's, like I said, there's drum content on there. There's audio engineering and mixing content on there. So there's a lot of that kind of stuff. One of the first videos that I did the first couple of years was at the time how we did remote sessions here. And at my studio, way back around 2009, we started about 2007 actually doing remote sessions. And I was doing remote sessions here long before anybody was doing any kind of live, sit in your lap, basically, remote sessions, especially for drums. And now it's just a normal thing. It's what happens. And so that was one of the videos that we put up. We shot that entire thing. You probably don't know that, but I think we shot that entire video with an old Kodak ZX6 or something. It was one of these little handhelds. I mean, it wasn't even as good as a GoPro. And it was, about the size of a 3x5 card. So that video was shot with a $120 camera, maybe. The audio was pretty good, but I didn't have any great cameras back then. And so the other thing that's been nice is to see the progression, even to right now, this Lumix that I'm using to broadcast directly to you is worlds away from what I started with. But about maybe 6 or 8 months ago, I looked at my YouTube channel. We had about 300 subscribers, maybe 340. And I just honestly, I was embarrassed by that. Embarrassed that I had not put as much of my effort into using my YouTube channel for all the things that I could use it for. The first and foremost being music education. And so to be able to show students, to show other players, to show up and coming drummers how I do stuff, and share information with them that I've found valuable to help me along the way. Audio engineers, mix engineers, producers, you'll find some of that content on the channel. And to be honest, one of the reasons I haven't spent more time on my YouTube channel is just the financial commitment. You say, well, what financial commitment is there? Well, it's not the financial commitment necessarily to YouTube. It's pretty much my entire life is triaged by what can I make a living doing? What can I get booked on the calendar every single day that we can keep the mortgage paid, so that I can cut these 4 pine trees down in my front yard that need to come down. Got the estimate on that yesterday, and I about lost it. I about lost my sanity when I saw what it's going to cost to cut 4 pine trees down. But it's things like that. It's the everyday. Just being a regular person in the world, trying to live a creative life and a creative lifestyle where I get to do cool things that I enjoy doing every day with people that I really like. It hasn't left a lot of time to just make a bunch of videos and make YouTube a priority. So about 6 or 8 months ago, sitting at that level of 340, it might have been. It was either 308 or 340. I can't remember. I just made a promise to myself that every single week I wanted to try and do something for the YouTube channel that would be valuable to everyone out there. If you're watching this, either live or you're watching it on demand. I want to be able to give back to you and share from my experience. I wouldn't necessarily call myself an expert in anything. I'm kind of a jack of all trades. So by that definition, I know a whole lot about a whole lot, but I don't know nearly everything I'd need to know about any one thing to consider myself an expert, So it's what is an inch deep and a mile wide? But over the course of almost 28 years now at this point, that knowledge, that experience, all that stuff has been valuable enough that I've been able to create some kind of career out of this. And I see so many people, this is not to shame anybody on any of the social platforms at all, but I see so many people that are sharing what they do and how they do it, and it's counterproductive to being successful with this. Either successful making stuff or making stuff with other people. More importantly, making stuff with other people. And I thought, okay, well, if I have better information, then maybe I should share it. And again, there's no right or wrong way to do any of this, but there are better ways to do it, and there are not so better ways to do it. So really, that was the impetus for it. It was like, all right, let's try and prioritize this. First, we've got to hit 1,000 subscribers. And then the next goal that we've got to hit, and I need your help with this, I really do, is so we are now at, we hit 1,000 subscribers today. We're at 2,667 on our watch hours. We've got almost 1,400, a little over 1,300 more watch hours that the channel needs to get before we can monetize the channel. And at that point, if I can monetize this channel, I can make this part of what I do every single week. That way I can slice off time from client work. I can slice off time from leaving here to go other places to do things, or not being in front of a camera, not teaching, not sharing, not editing. The last video we put up, the practicing video that went up, that was an hour-long video that got cut down from about 90 minutes worth of material. And just between the filming of that and the edit and the posting was almost 20 hours worth of work. Hopefully it's why it looks so good and it sounds so good. But to do this well, not that every video that I'm going to make is an hour. One of my things over the next few months, I want to do some 4-minute videos for you, some 8-minute videos, and some 12-minute videos. But sometimes I need to talk for 20 minutes. I'm talking for freaking, it's I'm 10 minutes into this. I was just going to come on and say thanks and leave. But sometimes, if you've taken a lesson with me, Paul, if you're still on here watching, I go down a rabbit hole sometimes, more often than not. But it's necessary for me to be able to get to where I'm trying to get to with the point I'm trying to make. And so sometimes, now, could I have shown you how to, yeah, of course, Paul, yep. He got a dose of that again today. A lot of times for me to be able to share something with you, and it's not just that it takes me 20 minutes to get it out. It's that for me to give you the information you need, the information that you are going to really need to sidestep pitfalls and to really understand what's important about what you're working on. It's going to take me 20 or 25 minutes to show it to you. I'm going to have to talk about it. And I've got a few ideas for how to do some of this short, or maybe how to do a series of videos instead of one 25-minute video. Maybe you'll get 5-minute videos. I'm trying to figure out how to do that. But to be able to spend the time on it on a consistent basis, that requires monetizing this channel on YouTube. So if you're watching right now on Facebook, please go over. You can go to, the easiest way is, I don't have it written down in here, my OBS, brianstevens.com/YouTube or youtube.com/brianstevensofficial. Heck, if you just go Brian Stevens Drums on YouTube, you'll find me if you're not on YouTube right now. And click subscribe. The more subscribers that we have, the more apt the algorithm is to serve up videos to people that don't know about my channel and my videos. And from looking the last 6 months at all the analytics, every day I pore over these analytics to see how this really works. Less than 5% of the people that watch my videos are subscribers. So out of 1,000 people now, less than 5% of that are actually going to come back every single time for videos, every single time. So one thing you can do if you're on YouTube, besides hitting subscribe, is click the bell that will give you notifications every time there's a video. So you'll get some kind of alert either in your email or up there in the top of the YouTube box. So every time there's a video, you'll know about it. So you'll get to see it. If you haven't seen most of the videos on this channel, there are playlists of different things. There are drum lesson playlists. There are audio engineering playlists if you want to learn how to mix or use some plugins. We're slowly migrating all of the Dial-A-Drummer material over to this channel, because none of those views to Dial-A-Drummer on YouTube, none of those actually get counted towards this channel. And I've got probably 6 YouTube channels at this point, between Dial-A-Drummer, Fader Jock, Session Ace, all these, and there's just no way without aggregating that content to get the watch time up. So plus now YouTube has podcasts. And so you can watch/listen to podcasts on YouTube. The main thing I've got to do is aggregate all of that content. It can't just be in a playlist. It's inside baseball. Sorry, y'all. So you're going to see all the past episodes of Dial-A-Drummer hitting the actual channel over the next few weeks. And all of the new Dial-A-Drummer episodes will be just on this Brian Stevens channel. So if you want to help the channel, you want to get us over the next goal we have, which is within the next 2 months, it's a lofty goal, the next 2 months to get those 4,000 watch hours, then we can monetize the channel. And then we can keep working, moving forward to provide, I can provide you with a lot more hopefully entertaining and informative educational material. I try to make it as entertaining as I can for you. So, sometimes stuff is a little dry. And so I'm trying to find a way to show this to you in a way that's not nearly as dry. But at the same time, understand, I don't want to cheapen the message to feed the algorithm. The video that has the most traction right now, I used a little bit of clickbait. It's the secret that all pro drummers know and that you should be practicing. That was very purposeful because the way the algorithm works with people that have never seen my content, if it's not something that immediately grabs them, the title doesn't immediately grab them, the thumbnail doesn't immediately grab them, they're going to move to something else. So I'm trying to optimize that stuff to be able to get the drive-by traffic. But what's really important to me are the subscribers, the people that subscribe to the channel. Because if you're subscribed and you get the notifications, you have the ability to know every time that there's a new video. You can come and watch the video. You can leave your comments. Everyone the last 6 months that has left a comment, if I haven't answered you within an hour, I've answered you within half a day. I've really made a point to be able to answer anybody's comments, questions, replies, anything under every one of these videos as quickly as I possibly can, because I want to have a dialogue with you. That's what makes this valuable to me, is being able to have a dialogue with you and knowing that when I jump on live, that there's people like my buddy Paul who, comes for lessons once a week and practices his butt off. And in addition to what I do for him in our lessons, I can provide him with more valuable stuff that he can use to become a better drummer and become, hopefully at some point, now that Paul, now you're out playing gigs and making money, become better at the business side of this, so that hopefully by the time you're old enough to be out and on your own, not living at home, you can make your money doing this. You can turn this into career. I do truly believe it's a challenge in this day and age. It's a real challenge to make a living as a professional creative. But that's why I'm here. I'm here to show you there's a way to do it. And there's a way to do it that it may be the hardest job you've ever worked. I work harder now than I've ever worked in my entire life. I thought this would get easy after I turned 50. It actually has gotten harder to do because more people are doing it. And and there's budgets are smaller for a lot of things. So I'm having to get really creative. But it's working out so far, and it's working out because of you. If you're watching this video, I almost guarantee in some way you are locking arms with me and helping to support this thing in some way. And I really appreciate it. You have no idea how much I appreciate you. You also have no idea how much I think about you. I think about you every freaking second of every day. How can I help you? How can I be of service? How can I provide value? Whether it's on something like a YouTube channel, or it's working downstairs in the studio, or going out and playing a gig with you, or teaching you something in a lesson, or consulting with you about whatever it is that you're trying to do in your corner of the world. All of those things aggregate together. Session Ace. To this point, I don't believe I've pulled any real profit off of Session Ace. And it's not that we haven't sold a lot of product, because we've sold a lot of product. It's that I take that the profit that we make and I roll it right back into the company so that we can develop more and better products for you to use. And the margins are kind of slim, just being honest. Instead of marking things up 20 and 30 times like some of the people for some of the products that we sell, some of the people in those industries, those companies in those industries, I try and keep the margins really small so that they're affordable. And we just, for whatever you pay for any of that stuff, the majority of that money goes into making the product. So so it's really just about trying to be helpful and be as much of service as I can to you. So I know I'm going on and on and on. It's 20 minutes. It's another 20-minute video, Paul. It's I really I jumped on here because we're at 1,000, and I look at this number. I've been watching this very closely on my phone for the last few days, knowing we were getting to this point, and I'm just so thankful for you. So, if you're a subscriber and you're on the channel, you're watching this, please help us get to that 4,000 watch hours. The easiest way is to go back through the channel. Right now, there's over 130 videos, I think, at this point. Some of them are performance videos where I'm playing. Hopefully, you learned something from watching me play. I learned something today from watching me play by putting up the very first video I ever posted. I learned how I used to play and what I fixed. And that's going to come up in a brand new video I'm going to put out in the next few weeks. There's a way that I play. There's something about my playing from 2009 that has grown and gotten better and improved since then to now. That is a huge change in the way that I play and the sound that I make. And I'm going to do a video of that for you because it may not be obvious to you. It was obvious to me because I haven't seen that video in a decade. I pulled that video up and I just looked at it going, yeah, I know why I pulled the video down. It didn't meet my standards now for how I play and how I want people to know that I play. But I put it back up today because it's valuable. It's very valuable. Not only is it kind of entertaining, but hopefully if you're following my trajectory through these videos, you'll see the change in my playing. And by the time I tell you about it, you'll be like, well, that's what I thought it was. And hopefully it will help improve your playing as well. That's kind of the thing. So, yeah, there's tons of lesson materials. There's tons of masterclass stuff. There's hours and hours and hours, tons of hours of stuff. And I hope you'll go and watch it. I hope that you will reply and leave some comments so we can have a dialogue. And my next goal is, especially once we get this 4,000 watch hours, my next goal, 10,000 subscribers. That's the next goal. I don't know how long that's going to take. It might take a year. If I make the right videos for you, it might take 4 months. I don't know. I do know that we get there faster when you are involved. None of this, nothing about my career happens without you. That is something I am so crystal clear about and have been for a long time. I don't get to do the things I do for a living because I'm really good at it. That's not it. I don't get to do the things that I do for a living because of any other reason. I was going to think of 4 other things that would be. There's one reason why I get to do all the stuff that I do every single day. It's because of you. You call and hire me to do stuff in the studio. You call me for gigs. You call me for lessons. You are a member of my Drum Corner video lesson site, drumcorner.net. You buy Session Ace products because if you're buying them, then I'm not coming out of pocket for this. The business pays for itself, and that way I don't have to come out of pocket for it. I can spend my money on things like cutting down 4 pine trees. Can you tell what I've been fixated on today? How I'm going to pay for 4 pine trees to get cut down. And now, without any cost to you, being able to see this information on YouTube, to be able to watch these videos, to be able to take this information and insert it into your own life, into your own playing, into your own world, into your own experience, and hopefully get something that's going to make everything about what you do better. That's the only reason I get to do any of this, is because you engage all of the things that I can do to be of service to you. So if that stops tomorrow, then Brian has to get a job doing something else. That's just the truth. If people stop calling for gigs, if people stop calling for me to put drums on there, hey, Chris, good to see you, buddy. If people stop calling to put me on gigs or have me cut drum tracks or have me mix stuff or produce stuff or take lessons or have me do some consulting for them for whatever their music and music technologies, if that all stopped tomorrow, I'd kind of be in a world of hurt. I'd have to go do something else. I'm only here because of you. And I'm so appreciative. I'm so thankful. I'm thankful for people like Chris Russell who are going to stop by and say hello and say congratulations, and they're going to support the endeavors that I'm involved in. Paul, who's over on YouTube, man, you show up for everything, and I appreciate you. And I hope that you get something every single time that I put something up. And while I'm letting you know about everything, Session Ace in-ears came in yesterday from the factory. So our first production shipment came in yesterday. I just pulled out one of the sets just to check and make sure everything was great. I don't have the words to explain to you how much of an upgrade we went through. What was going to be the 9 driver, moving into the 10 driver. I was telling Paul today, I've never had an in-ear monitor that the sound was all inside my head. And anything that was in the center was in the center of it. The imaging is amazing. The balance is amazing. And there's a few features that were not going to be in the 9 driver that are in the 10 driver that I haven't had a chance to take pictures and write copy about. Anyway, so the ears themselves came in. The actual IEM units came in yesterday. We've got 2 more shipments of accessories. There's a shipment from a couple of vendors coming tomorrow, and a shipment of accessories coming on Friday. They should be here by noon on Friday. I'm spending the whole back part of Friday just assembling packaging. So taking all of the stuff that comes from our different vendors and putting it into packages for you. So ear tips and ear monitors and cables and all the accessories and boxing them up real nice. And that's going to be most of my Friday so that we can get these things out of the door Saturday morning, because at 2:00 I have to leave for a gig up in Clayton, Georgia. So anyway, so you're going to be, next week, you're going to be getting in-ear monitors if you did the pre-order at Session Ace. If you did the pre-order at Session Ace, I cannot say thank you enough. It would not have happened if you wouldn't have. Got room for hey, Crash, what's going on, dude? Thank you for showing up. Man, it's I'm just telling everybody, thanking you, thanking Chris, thanking Paul, thanking everybody. We hit 1,000 subscribers today, and now our next, I don't have a graphic for that, but our next goal is going to be 4,000 watch hours. And to do that, I just need you to go and hit some videos and watch some videos. YouTube would probably ding me for saying this, but like, put on the Brian teaches drumming playlist and just play all the videos. Play them in the background as you're doing whatever you're doing. We just need to get to those 4,000 watch hours. The quicker we get to that, the quicker we monetize this channel. The quicker we monetize this channel, the easier it is for me to start slicing off more and more time every single week to make stuff for you. That really is the goal. Part of this next chapter of my life, which includes not doing some of the things that I've been doing the last 20 years. Like, I'll probably play a lot less wedding gigs. I'll probably play a lot less club gigs. And to be able to replace that income, it's going to be make videos for you, make more instruction for you, answer questions that you have using videos, do more interviews with the podcast. So instead of once a quarter you get a podcast episode, or once a month getting an episode, it'd be great to get you a brand new episode every week or even every other week. Again, it's just about triaging my time, and so much of my life has been about triaging based on what pays the bills. And if working down the studio on a client's project is going to pay the bills, that's what's going to get the day. I would love for this YouTube channel to make enough money that I could be able to do that. Man, I'm getting texts from people saying congratulations. You guys have been so supportive, and I appreciate you. I love you. And so I've been on for 30 minutes talking about this. If you haven't been here before, this is the studio that's upstairs. I call it the room above my garage. A lot of the talking head stuff we do here, the podcast stuff, this is the podcast studio. All of my podcast gear is here. All the interviews that I do, we generally do them up here. So you may not have seen this room if you're new to the channel. So I could talk forever, y'all. Paul knows that. But I need to get off of here because I need to go and start QCing some more of these in-ear monitors before they go into boxes tomorrow. So that's all I got for you. If you're not following me on all the different socials, I'm on Instagram. I'm on Threads now. I'm on. We're going to do more Twitch stuff. I'm trying to figure out what to do with Twitch. I think Twitch is going to turn into a few times a week getting on there and actually playing songs, live streaming songs. Especially either songs I'm having to learn for gigs or songs that I really love that I want to show you the drum part for. We're going to start doing some of that on Twitch. Where else is there? Oh, Facebook. Yeah, go over to Facebook. Search Brian Stevens Drummer. You'll find the channel over on Facebook if you're not already following. If you're following on if you're following on Facebook, you're not on YouTube. I guess I hit it the other day. Oh yeah, you can't subscribe another second time. But if you've got an alternate, my wife, I just realized today, my wife is not subscribed to my YouTube channel. So I jumped on her laptop this morning and went over to YouTube and subscribed her. I'm like, I've had this thing since 2007, and my wife's not subscribed to my YouTube channel. We're gonna fix that. And so she's one of those 1,000 today that just joined today. So anyway. I could talk your head off all day and half the night. I can't say thank you enough. I'm incredibly grateful because I work hard at trying to learn to be good at the things that you know me for. So whether it's playing drums or audio engineering or mix engineering or producing or teaching, writing, any of the stuff, I really work hard every day to get better and better at it so that I can communicate more effectively with you. The only reason I get to do any of this is because of you. It is not because I work hard. It is not because I'm talented. It is not because I've learned how to do some of this halfway decent. It's because you trust me and you're here, you show up. And so I appreciate you. And that's all I got for you. Again, I could talk forever, Paul will tell you. So that's all I've got for you. Just remember, be awesome to everybody you meet. Be extra awesome to yourself. And until next time, I'll see you when I see you. It's probably only going to be a few days.